forward to being part of the club. But, my first couple weeks and I'd say a couple months at this point of interaction have been really positive, and that's hopefully a good indicator of what's to come. I'm Sweta Gairola. I currently work at Johnson & Johnson Innovative Medicines for their pharmaceutical division. I'm a director of Field Access and Affordability Solutions, which is essentially managing a team of individuals who help healthcare providers and their professionals, their office staff, help patients get on therapy. I am what I would consider a science nerd. What I quickly realized was that science wasn't the only thing that was important to me. I really was attracted to more of, I would call it marketing, business side of things. Johnson & Johnson offered that perfect mix of working in the sciences and helping patients. Well, I think the first thing is because I love the sciences, what I really love about, I would say, Johnson & Johnson in particular, is it lives what we call its credo. Especially in my role, helping offices understand how complex the insurance pathway can be and overcoming those challenges in terms of getting onto some of these life-saving medications. It's so fulfilling to know that we're helping so many patients that have chronic diseases. I am what I would call Philadelphia born and bred. I was actually born in West Philly. And my parents had, when I was very young, moved out to the suburbs, mainly driven by school and looking for a better environment for their kids. But I found myself back in Philadelphia when I went to college. I'm at Temple University. I'm an owl as an undergrad. And I also went to grad school at Villanova for my MBA. And now I found my way back to being a Philadelphia resident after I married my husband. We've lived here for a number of years in the Mount Airy, Chestnut Hill area. We're a pretty active family. For myself, I play soccer year-round. It's just a sport I've loved since I was very young. A couple years ago, I actually used to be a coach for the Kensington Soccer Club. So it's a club that really taps into volunteers, helping to coach inner-city school kids that don't have as fortunate of a life as some others. I've gone skydiving, which most people don't assume of me. I've also gone cage diving with great white sharks in South Africa. I've had a daredevil streak. I have, in addition to soccer, I mentioned we're pretty active. We do enjoy snowboarding. And so it's a sport that I never even tried until I was about 19 years of age. And then after a couple bumps and bruises, have just taken to it and really enjoy doing it every year. And the last thing is I'm a leap year baby. So I am born on February 29th. Yes, I'll go with I'm only 5 or 6 years old. We'll go with that. What I'm getting more involved in is actually volunteering. So we just had a Friendsgiving this past within the last 2 weeks, and we always do a charity event. And this year's charity event went towards Paws, which is a Philadelphia organization that helps animals. I had a 3-year-old black lab puppy who unfortunately we lost to lymphoma. She lost her bat in September, and so it's really inspired me to think about how to give back to everyone, but especially for spirits or souls that don't have a voice. I just dropped off a pretty large donation to them because Friendsgiving, we always do a charity event. We had friends bring over stuff. And when we dropped them off at the front desk, the lady had a kitten kind of wrapped into her, and it was a blind kitten. And she said, this donation is just so timely. And it just was awarded a scholarship by the Warrington Rotary Club. And I was so grateful and so thankful, but I had no idea what a Rotary Club actually does. And you fast forward, nearly 20 years later, and the next time I really heard about Rotary was from a good friend of mine who's actually part of the Conshohocken Rotary Club. And through watching her be involved in helping the community and being engaged in different activities, she was really the one who mentioned that the Rotary Club might be a great way to get involved with the community, meet new people. It might be what you're looking for. The Chestnut Hill Rotary and the King of Prussia Rotary Clubs were doing a joint meeting and had the wonderful opportunity of meeting the president-elect, a number of folks who just made that interaction so warm and welcoming that I was very open to exploring more. The big driver for me was just giving back to the community and helping, especially those that are sort of underserved and don't get the opportunity to. So I'm really looking forward to kind of participating in a number of the community service. I'm what I would call a marketer at heart. I have my MBA in marketing. So any way that I can continue to help the Chestnut Hill Rotary just gain more exposure, more awareness to the great work that they do is another way that I think I'd just say I'm really grateful for the opportunity to be part of the club. I was really appreciative of the way that everyone has been just so welcoming. In addition to many other things, it was just a big driver for me making the final decision to join. And it is such a diverse crew that there's so much that not only you can learn from other folks, you can just see it in the meetings. But I think there's a lot to contribute as well, because I bring some of that diversity as well. And so I'm really looking forward to being part of the club. But, my first couple weeks and I'd say a couple months at this point of interaction have been really positive, and that's hopefully a good indicator of what's to come.